Hello. So this is going to be the follow-up video for the Spellbook Demonslayers video I just did in my time like a day ago. In you guys' time it'll probably be a couple days. It takes me a little while to get these cleaned up and uploaded. I don't exactly have a great recording area, so I kind of have to cobble together sections. So if you ever see like a little blip in the recording, you know why. Let's see. So this is going to be the farming playthrough that I had mentioned. That's relatively easy to do once you have a little bit of meta currency just through playing the game normally. I'm not going to pick up anything too crazy. I just want to pick up the rerolls. Actually, I'm going to only pick up a couple rerolls, but mainly I'm picking up banishes. We'll play Wolf because he gets rerolls just through leveling. He is the one that I would normally play just for farming until I have all the rerolls unlocked. And then once I've gotten that, um, you can switch over to the first character because her having permanent buffs, or at least a permanent buff, makes things go a little smoother. The two revives is nice, but not necessary. You just end up doing more runs. So we'll go ahead and take those off. And let's see. As many points in Revengeance as you can get. And we'll grab, these are 20 each, but we do want to be able to level this as much as we can. And I think that's really all we need. A few things that are worth grabbing are a couple points in clairvoyance just for more XP gain. Because what these do is they allow you to level them past the normal maximum. So for auras, you can only level them to the point where they evolve. So 3 points and then the evolution, so the fourth point. So you get the effect 3 times and then the evolution effect. So for like clairvoyance, it's pickup radius and XP gain, and then the evolution is when you kill an elite, it kills all non-elites on the screen. But with every point in this, it's going to increase your XP gain and pickup radius by 25 and or 15% and 25% respectively. 15 on XP gain and 25 on pickup range. So by putting more points in this, it gets to a point where you can just pick up your XP crystals from very far away. It's handy, but not necessary. Just for farming meta currency. Um, for this build, getting hit is kind of important, so Astral Barrier is not needed. Um, experience gain is nice. Damage reduction, not needed. Buff effect is nice, but not needed. Buff duration. Max HP. It only costs 2. We're going to go ahead and grab them. Anything to increase your damage is really good. So getting crit chance, crit multi is very nice. Regen is only 1 point per, so we'll just go ahead and grab that. That early regen will really help. Damage is really nice. And these makes it so the enemy hits you more slowly. It's more controlled. When you walk into a pack, you get hit um, like less often. It makes it more what's it called? A little easier to survive getting mobbed, basically. Let's see. I'm just looking for some of the cheap ones. Pickup range. That's all. We can only cost 1. Um, grab some damage. You don't need cast speed at all. That's one of the nice things about this. It casts when you get hit, so don't need to worry about that. We'll go ahead and grab crit chance, crit damage, and then down here, we'll just go ahead and get, where is it? What is crit I don't like at the bottom, they don't tell you what they look like. That's crit chance, that's crit multi. So the bone and this thing. So um, grabbing like 3 extra for crit chance will allow you to max out your crit chance. And then grabbing as much crit multi as you can get. It only costs 2, so you might as well max it out. Mending, it costs 4. We'll just grab a little bit. It takes the edge off, but it's not really that helpful. I'm not sure what Juggernaut does because I never seen it. It's one of the ones that I didn't get in prologue. So might as well not worry about it. It sounds like something I'd probably want though. So we're gonna just leave it at that. I'm not sure how many points I spent, probably about 200. Um, so we'll just leave it at that. Most of the points spent would be in Banish and in, where is it? Unbound Revengeance. And then this 40 right here. So we'll go ahead and start. Oh, I have no game sounds. While I'm fixing this, I'm going to let you guys know. The last recording, I apologize for the sound quality. As I said in the second review video, I had to switch software because I was constantly having trouble with my recording software not picking up things. And I'm learning the new software, and I accidentally reversed my game audio and my microphone settings. So rather than having microphone be higher than game audio, I had it reversed. So I was a little quieter than I should have been, and this one should be a lot better. So apologize in advance, and yeah, hopefully this recording goes a little smoother. So we're going to go ahead and start the game, and we're going to play as Wolf. Again, I don't remember how you unlock him. I just remember he was one of the first ones I unlocked. If I remember correctly, I think you just had to beat a run with Tammy, or at least play a run as Tammy, and it got Spear, play a run as Spear, and got Wolf. So gaining an extra reroll for every level. And once again, we're just going to do library just because library is, you know, the area that most people have access to. And I'm not going to make the game any more difficult just because, you know, right now flowers are kind of important. So, shoot, I forgot to change it. I will show you really quick. This is what your character looks like when you choose to not display yourself as a book. All the characters look exactly like this, and only the book changes. You can see how the book is really tiny, and it's the same character. So, alright, so here's what we do. With the points we put in, we have 11 rerolls and 21 vanishes. We would have 9 rerolls, but with this character we get 3 rerolls, or no. Is it 3? I forget how many rerolls we get per level, but we get a reroll when we level. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to banish our main ability. So banish, it's gone. We can't get it anymore. We're also going to banish anything we know we're not going to want to take. So we don't want that, and we don't want tome dust. Pretty much I don't want anything that's not an aura. So by banishing all the spells, it just automatically does a reroll, and that saves on rerolls. Banish that, banish that, banish. I just don't like the sigils, honestly. Let's see. Just gonna keep banishing. Okay, we're gonna do a couple of rerolls. Cremation. It doesn't help us yet, but it is one of the things we want. Same thing with clairvoyance, and at least their auras. I don't want to waste too many of our rerolls and vanishes. And the first couple levels, it doesn't matter whether we have a good skill. So go ahead and pick up cremation. What we do want to pick up is revengeance. There's our next level up. Banish, 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 banish. We're gonna banish tornado. We're gonna banish blood blitz. Organ harvest we might actually grab at some point, even though I don't want to take any skills. If I do have to take one that heals us is preferable. So what does Juggernaut do? It gives us knockback and it gives us HP. That's actually not bad. Yeah, I mean, I could see that being useful in this run. So we're gonna grab Revengeance. Here's what Revengeance does. Uh, when we get hit, we explode for 75% of the damage taken. And then it triggers a secondary explosion on kill. So if the explosion we cause kills something, that something explodes and then causes another explosion. If that explosion kills something, it causes another explosion. In essence, if we do enough damage with Revengeance, it can cause chain reaction explosions that wipe the screen. So we're going to go ahead and grab Revengeance. Oh, and the evolution is all damage increases are based on missing HP up to 1.5x. So in essence, we scale our HP, have as much percent HP as we can get. So now, if we let something hit us, um, I really wish we didn't have the skill. Um, well, we just let something hit us, boom, we explode, it dies. As of right now, there's so few enemies coming, and they're so weak that uh, our just level 1 skill is killing them. So we're going to go ahead and grab Clairvoyance too, because the extra XP is going to go a long way. We want to level as fast as possible. Boom. Yeah, we don't really have any damage increases yet, and we only put 1 point in Revengeance. Every point in Revengeance is going to add another 75% of the damage taken. So the first point, if we took, say, 5 damage, they're going to take 7. Well, let me pick a number that's easier. 10 damage. They're going to take 7.5 damage as the explosion, because that's 75% of 10. But if I put 2 points in, it's 75 and 75, so 150% of the damage taken. So if I took 10 damage, they're going to take 15. Alright, I do not want any of this, but definitely not Lead Sprinkler, and we don't want Spirit Shield. Reroll. Alright, we got secondaries again. We're going to just keep picking up Clairvoyance until it's level 4. Oh, here's an elite. This is what we're looking for. This is how we farm our meta currency. First of all, this build does not handle elites well. The elites will hit you and you'll explode, but you will not kill it because you just don't do enough damage. So what you do is you have an enemy near the elite hit you and have the explosion deal damage to him. A little crit would be nice, but I really want to get Clairvoyance maxed out. So like if we hit this guy, hit him, you could see all those explosion. Shrines are very easy with this kind of build because you just let something hit you and it kills a bunch of things in the shrine area. See? Alright. Regen is definitely a priority. We do not need projectile speed and range at all. And even though it doesn't make sense, as far as I can tell, the explosion, at least the secondary explosions, are considered projectiles. Not 100% sure on that, but from my testing, it seems like more damage is done when I pick up shotgun, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. We're going to do a reroll, and let's see, I could pick up mending, but to be honest, having more HP is more important. I don't see XP, so I'm going to go ahead and grab cremation. Having them explode, having them have a 20% chance to explode when they die, stacks with the explosion from Revengeance, as far as I can tell. So you'll actually watch, and there'll be even better chain reactions. Like here, I'll walk in here. See, there's Sage Slayer. Brain Power is really good for this kind of build because it's just a flat damage increase. So we're going to get Sage Slayer. Alright, so now here's how you farm your meta currency. We only have one spell, and remember these boxes only let you evolve spells. And the only way we could evolve this spell, or level this spell, we banished. We banished this skill. I'm going to go ahead and grab Revengeance. So now when we hit this, the only thing we can get is Astral Flowers, because there's no spells in there. I don't know how many people know that's how it works, so I just figure might as well make a video on it. Because I know that the one person that I know that was playing this with me thought, this skill's trash, and I'm like, well, you can really use it for farming XP, or I mean not XP, flowers. When I explained this whole concept, yeah. Let's see, our projectiles do not pierce, so let's actually, you know what? Nah, we're not gonna do that. Banishing auras just never makes sense. Cremation, revengeance. This is just a bigger damage increase. Alright, so as they pile in and make bigger, denser groups, it's usually like, oh no, this is getting much tougher. Now it's like, as they dense up, and the enemies become, more numerous, when they hit you, it just causes bigger explosions. It's actually really nice. So here's the evolution for Revengeance. Now our damage is going to increase based on our missing HP. So ideally we want to increase our HP. We also got an achievement for Revengeance and evolving it. So let's pick up some of this XP. So now if we walk into one of these enemies, that's how we deal damage to the elites if we need to. Just by walking into enemies nearby. So now, even though we've evolved Revengeance and we shouldn't be able to put any more points in it, because of the meta currency we can. And every time we do, that's another 75% of the damage taken will trigger the explosion. So it either does it as an additional explosion or it just adds the 75%. So since this is 5 and you don't count the one with the evolution, so that's basically 4 times 75% or 300%. So if we got hit for 10, the enemy gets hit for 30. No, 20. No, I'm sorry, math. 300% would be times 3, yeah. Because 100% is times 2. So 300% is times 3, yes. Sorry you had to go along with me for that. Percents, yeah. I'm not bad with math, but when it comes to percents, I don't know why. Percents and ratios, they've always been like, I don't know, a problem. So I just kind of bump into one of these guys on the edge, and it just wipes everyone. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pick up. Now one thing you can do is you can look at your health, and whenever you see mending, if your health is getting low, you can pick up mending and use that as a massive heal. Um, so we can pick up more cremation. We could also start working on Nightshade. Normally Nightshade is not very good because it lowers your armor. But the thing is, we want to get hit harder because that will make it so that we take more health damage and they take more damage. But then we also need to have ways of getting that health back, so we'll need mending. So we'll go ahead and pick up cremation, and then we'll work on mending, and then we'll go ahead and work on other stuff. Oh, killed the elite, wipe the screen. So what's going to be in the box? Oh, look, an astral flower. Wipe all those guys out. So yeah, it's really not hard, and we already got another one. Oh, I also wanted to apologize. I made a mistake when I was speaking in my last video. This enemy here, he's called Armor Piercer, and I said you pick up their names as buffs, and that was incorrect. The name is what they can do. There's an icon above their head, and that's the buff that you actually pick up. So that was my mistake, and I apologize. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep picking up Revengeance. We do need to seriously pick up Lethality though, and we need crit chance. So, man, we just need everything. I'm gonna just keep sitting on my rerolls and banishes until I get stuff I don't want, and then like if I get nothing. Yeah, that is one really nice thing about setting up something like this. Oh, this is nice. Normally this would be so bad, but having that 100% increased HP is so good for this kind of setup. I would honestly even spend Astral Flowers looking for it if I needed to. Um, but that's only if you actually wanted to try to take this build to the end. I'll show you why later on. Alright, so as I was saying, this icon right here, that thing above his head with the green explodey thing, that's the buff we get. So when we kill him, boom, now see we have the icon. Alright, and we'll go ahead. And even though getting more Revengeance would be more damage, I kind of want to get Mending, and, you know, we're down to not low health, but less than ideal health. Mending's evolution has an effect where when you take damage, you then heal for a percentage of the taken damage over time. It's right here. 25% of damage taken is regenerated over the next 3 seconds, plus 2% per level of the aura. So when you have extra of the meta currency, you can level this up, and I think it goes up to plus 7 or 10. I'm not sure. But that would be like an extra 14 or 20 or so percent. So you get hit, and then as long as you don't get hit again over 3 seconds, that's like most of the damage, if not all of the damage, back. Let me see. Ooh, intensity. Triple damage project. What is this? Oh, that's critical chance. Peaceful and knock. I don't recognize that. Damage plus 13%. Chance to deal triple damage 7%. Projectile size minus 7%. So this goes hand in hand with um, that one skill that looks like a brain that's just the damage up. Its evolution is you have a chance to deal triple damage. Okay, so this would be something to pick up later on. So anyway, we'll go ahead and pick up Mending. So yeah, all you do is maybe once every 3 seconds, you know, just gather them up into a pile and like clip the edge of it like that. And that's how you clear. And then just watch your health regen. We got a Shrine Summoner, so when he dies, uh, he or as he exists, I guess he summons shrines. I don't know. So here's our evolution. This is why we pick up Cremation. All explosions deal 0.5x plus 0.5x damage. So 0.5x would be what, 50% more. So the explosions from what you call it, Revengeance do count. Anything that says explosion. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Alright, so we're only at 13% crit chance. I usually don't worry about crit multi until I get crit chance up higher. The Shrine Maiden's another one that's pretty good for this build because buff duration is nice, but its evolution where you regenerate 20% of your missing 20% of your HP, not missing, just 20% of your HP, so max HP, over 3 seconds when you complete a shrine. At the end of this, we'll probably pick the one where you get a lot of shrines, and that'll actually help keep us alive. So right now I think we're actually doing pretty good on our vengeance damage. I might actually pick up Shrine Maiden. Also brutality, projectile size counts as like an area of effect size in this game. So that will actually make the explosions bigger. And if the explosions are bigger, they hit more enemies and have a chance of proccing that secondary explosion by killing more things. And spreading that damage, even if the enemies aren't quite as grouped up. So brutality is also good for this. If you get far enough along in the infinite, like endless mode at the end, you can pick up a lot of these auras. Auras, you can just pick up all of them if you really are keen on doing it, but it's the spells that you really are limited on. So more healing is always good. So we're going to just go ahead and start working on this buff one. I like it when they stack shrines. Man, I need some healing. Grab that. The only downside to the, what's it called? Here, that'll help. The downside to Mage Slayer or Sage Slayer, whatever it's called. When it wipes all the enemies off the screen, sometimes it doesn't count for the shrines. Because I'm just not in the circle or some. Starfire or critical. Okay, so far we are hitting all the shrines. I'm actually really happy about that. There's probably a achievement about hitting enough shrines. Okay, so this might be good for a reroll. I wonder if negative armor actually does anything. I'm not sure. I don't want to pick up negative armor right now. I'm gonna actually use a reroll. You notice we have 25 rerolls. That's because of Wolf's ability where we get more rerolls every time we level up. Crit multi, cast speed. You know what? We're not using any spells. We're gonna actually banish cast speed because cast speed does not affect Revengeance as far as I can tell. Neither does projectile speed and range actually. Reroll. Mind over matter. Right here, that's what we want. Okay, pick that one up. Let's pick up some of these gems. A little XP, num num. Oh, like nice big pile, just wade right on in. Also, when it comes to whether you play as the character or the book, I also find that where is it? Yeah. I also find that the hitbox when you're playing as the books is just a little easier to understand. And I tend to avoid hits better when I don't want to get hit. When I'm playing as the book. It might be, it's either Brain Power or Shrine Maiden. I think a little more healing would go a long way. Cold Front Shrine. No idea what that does, but we're going to go ahead and pick it up. Ideally though, since you have to get hit to start the cascade of damage that you're creating, and you have to get hit regardless of how many enemies it kills, walking into a single enemy for big piles makes a lot more sense than walking into an enemy every 2 seconds for a bunch of little piles. So even though mending is right here, I'm going to keep working on Shrine Maiden. Alright, well now I know what Cold Front does. I think it's what's doing the ice, unless the ice was happening beforehand. If anybody's paying attention, I can always check the recording later. Maybe append a little thing to find out how many flowers that we picked up. On average, when I was doing this before, I was getting about 38 to 40 per run. Sometimes more if I did the endless. Oh, I just realized this is not percent. If I did the endless with more shrines. With this being not the percent, this is just flat HP, then that means percent HP gains are going to be way better with this. Alright, I think we're going to max HP. Oh yes, we're getting this. Max HP added as base damage plus 3%. Yes. Another flower. Okay, so we're learning things. Juggernaut for Revengeance is really good. It is everything I want. It's knockback, which keeps things from hitting us. It's max HP. It's whatever. So this is more healing. This is Goddess of the Font. That is the what's it called? Cosmic Goddess or whatever. That's the evolution for that. So we'll go ahead and grab it. So that is more healing. Every time we complete a shrine, you'll see our regen just skyrockets for like 3 seconds. From like our normal like 3 or 7 or 4 or whatever. Looks like 4.1 is our normal. Um, and it'll just skyrocket to like 22. I've seen my regen in some other runs hit like 80, um, which is pretty crazy. Now, because we have negative armor, and I don't think armor below 0 actually makes you take more damage, it might be worth picking up thickening as long as it doesn't take us into positive armor. I'm not sure yet, though. We're going to keep getting Juggernaut, because that's going to be so good. Right now, we're hitting for 227, it looks like. Actually, no. It's higher. It's 272. There, it paused. 270. Let's see. Projectiles, crit damage, cremation. Because we can level it further, the 15% should be additive, the 10% should be additive. So that's 4 times, that's 30, 60, so 60% chance to explode, and it does 40% of their max health as damage. And I believe it caps out at like 60 or 70%, which should be enough to kill almost everything and have like a 90 or 100% chance to trigger. But the next thing we really need is more crit chance. And then we'll work on crit multi. Because even though we can max these out, there's really not a lot of point this early. I'm actually going to use some of these rerolls. I want to get some more crit. This isn't ideal. I mean, we do have negative. We could go this route and... Yeah, now that you have 10% less HP already. Or no, they don't, because we haven't gotten the evolution. But when we have the evolution, oh my god, I'm critting for over 600 now. And boink. Alright, another Astral Flower. Extra critical chance and damage, nice. Which at any time you can hit escape and actually see what your numbers are, so it put us from like 13 to 30. Smuggler Shrine. Cast speed, crit chance, not, yeah, we don't want negative crit chance. All spells gain 1 level, we have no spells. Armor of demons is always set to -5. Your armor is always set to -5. Yeah, sure, why not? We don't really care about our armor, and that would actually lower the enemy's health because of that evolution once we can get it. It'll also kind of show us how much actual damage we get hit by. I actually want Juggernaut. Alright, look at that regen. The other thing is the harder we get hit, the more our healing is because of the evolution of that mending. So now if we go like this, boink. Wow, that explosion. Holy cow. That was a good hit. More Astral Flowers. That's 13, that's 11. I'm not following my own advice and getting big groups. Alright, more mending? Yeah, more mending. We're gonna need the healing. Boink. One of the changes they seem to have made with the game is it looks like when you uh, are killing things at higher levels, a lot of the gems used to only have like two different colors for the like the size of the gems. There's a lot more of them now, and it's really nice to have a lot less gem clutter on the screen. So get a nice cluster around that elite, and then a little tippy tap. Crit chance, that's what we want. Didn't mean to bump into him. Alright, pull them all together. And a little bump. That was a good hit. Pull them all together. Little bump. Pull them all together. There's definitely builds that do a lot more damage than this. Especially ones that are more focused on taking out elites, which is really what you want. But for farming astral flowers, this is by far, in my opinion, the best. Alright, more revengeance damage is probably necessary. Cremation damage would be good too. Nightshade, we need more crit. Yeah, we'll do this. That'll lower their enemy's health. It's 5% per negative armor, and I think we're at... Oh, no, wait. Our negative armor never goes below -5. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. Okay. I really like these, like, giant waves of small enemies now on this particular build, because these explosions are so satisfying. I think we might need to pick up brain power. Because the damage is kind of lacking. And 25% per point is very good. Yeah, and you guys, please remember, this is with like the minimal amount of meta into it just to get it working. You can put, you know, more points in brain power for, you know, more max damage. You can put more points in, you know, I think it's called brutality, this one, for more projectile size and damage. You can put so much stuff. Okay, this should be a pretty big damage boost. I kind of wish I knew what my damage was. Oh, right here. No, that's what it was. That's what it was increased by. This game needs a DPS meter. That's what it needs. Developer, if you're watching, which I highly doubt you are, maybe a little DPS meter so I know what it's gonna change to. Alright, so max HP is gonna be added as base damage plus 3%. My max HP is 280. So let's see what this does. Doesn't look like it was that big of a difference. 293. Okay, so it adds it as a percent. So does that mean 280%? I'm not sure. Because that's definitely not an increase of 280%. If anybody knows how that works, because I've never used Juggernaut before, but I was expecting more. Alright, so here's what I was referring to. This is the endless stuff. The time challenge, you just have to reach till the timer runs out, which we already did. But these two are endless. So for farming, you want endless. This one summons elites, so this is what we want. And we're gonna need crit multi. No, we don't need crit multi, we need crit chance. By the way, we can pick up thickening now, because even though it increases our armor is locked to -5. and it'll just give us more HP, which HP now gives us base damage. Whether that's better than brain power, I'm not sure, but I don't think it is. I want to at least get brain power to 4, so we can get spells have a 10% chance to deal triple. Oh, the spells. That might not actually be useful because Revengeance isn't a spell. Well, wait a minute. Does that mean is Juggernaut written the same way? Alright, let's just check. So you can go into auras and effects really quick. And Juggernaut. No, it says HP added does base damage, so it doesn't specify auras. So I'm pretty sure, or not auras, but spells. So I'm pretty sure it'll work on all of it. But yeah, Revengeance, that is specifically tied to the damage you take, and then that I know scales with damage increases and stuff because it scales with crit and crit multi. So it should also scale with things like brain power or whatever it's called, the brain one. This one, brain power. Let's see. Yeah, the evolution on this one is useless. Yeah, we should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and continue. I need to get Nightshade to 4. And I need to pick up, what else? I want to get brain. Brain doesn't matter. I need to get deadly aim a little higher. Actually, no, do I? Yeah, I just need to get Nightshade to 4. And I'm gonna have to start getting crit multi. Yeah, because the crit multiplier skill, when you get it to its evolution, it is really strong. I don't have it on here, so I can't show you, but alright. So with this area, there is a ton of elites. And they will attack you very violently. You have some invulnerability at the very beginning, and then it just basically everything starts over. So you'll recognize these as the first enemies you fought. You get to fight the whole thing again, except instead of the timer counting down, the timer's counting up. So right here's your elite. So what do we want? We need more of this. Okay, and get that. My health is getting low. Good, we got him. But there's no enemies now. Okay, cool. You'll see there's a ton of elites. Alright, we don't want any of this. So I'm gonna still save some banishes. We got tons of rerolls, so actually no, we're not. I don't think I'm ever gonna use this. I think I banished every other skill. So yeah, we'll just use some rerolls. We're getting a pickup lethality. Crit multi is gonna go really good here. Because our crit is now 50% crit chance. And every chance, every bit of crit multi is now just more damage. Good. Did they change it so that elites don't drop boxes after Endless? Because if elites don't drop boxes anymore, then there's really no point in pushing past. That's not good. I mean, it's still really good for getting up to the end. It's just then at the end, there's no point in doing this. I mean, other than the fact that the longer you last, the more flowers you get. I'm gonna do one more point in brain power, or maybe 2 more points in brain power. So right now I'm just basically stacking shrines. Every buff, or every shrine is gonna give us a buff. Most of them are useless, but some of them aren't. Yeah, so we'll pick up one more brain power, but the evolutions I don't think gonna help us. Smuggler is good. We might get the double HP again. Oh my god, we did. Oh my god, that's great. Our HP is so high right now. Now you see, even with like a ton of HP, how much HP we got? We got 425 HP. That's stupid. Chance to deal triple damage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this chance to deal triple damage only applies for spells. If anybody knows and wants to fill me in on that, I'd appreciate it. We'll go ahead and pick up some more Revengeance. Oh, everything just died. Don't know why. It's the Shrine of Shrines. Critical Shrine. Everything just died. Oh my god, this is crazy. I wonder how bad it would be to walk into one of these guys right now. Pretty bad. What Domination? What's this one do? Got an achievement called Domination. It just has the 40. Don't know what it means. I'll look into it here in a bit. I think more HP would be nice. Cremation would also be good. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and get Thickening, because all that damage. We're never going to have damage while HP is full. Actually, let's reroll. God Slap. Knockback is affected by projectile size. Oh, right. I was just moused over this. I was thinking we are actually on level 4. Get more Revengeance. Whoa, we actually just revived. Yeah, that was not good. We just unlocked Onslaught as an achievement. Alright, Death After Midnight. This is one of the ones we want. It's going to lower all the enemies' HP by 25%. Because we have -5 armor, and they get 5% less HP for every negative armor we have. So that'll make things a lot easier for them, for us to kill. Because lowering their HP does not lower their damage output. So they can still hit us and cause us to deal the same amount of damage, but they're easier to kill. So now we can just walk in and it should wipe out like huge swaths. Alright, so we could do damage and projectile size. Crit chance. I really want crit damage. Crit damage right here. So this is the effect I'm talking about. Critical strikes instantly kill demons with less percent HP than 7% of your critical damage, up to a maximum of 40%. So we lowered their max HP. And so when they have less HP and we critical strike them, then they'll just instantly die. It's simpler than I'm making it sound, but it's really, really good. Like, really strong. Especially with the fact that my hits spread the way they do, and they can hit multiple things at once. I'm doing exactly what I'm not supposed to be doing, and walking through enemies over and over again. I think it's time for some science. We're going to pick up Galaxy Brain and see if we see any triple damage numbers. I'm seeing 1902 in some of these. Yeah, this is getting really thick. Alright, we're going to just tap the edge. Oh, wow, that was a chunk. That was a lot of damage. Let's just grab some more HP, maybe? Nah, we're gonna reroll. I want more crit. Crit multi. Alright, let's pull these elites into a nice thick pack. Right here. This is good. Okay, and here. And here. And here. There, somebody died. Um, I think we still need level 4 crit multi, so try to get that. And we have a ton of rerolls. Yeah, that's crit chance. Right here, call the week. Boom. I don't know if you saw, but that elite just instantly died. And he died to just one of our random low-level shots. Smuggler. Oh my god, prey animal again. This is getting stupid. Oh no, where our health was too low. And there was even a box. Well, there you go. We survived for 1329 with no spells other than our level 1 double tap. We earned 23 flowers. I've done so much better than that in the past. Um, but again, that's with a lot more meta progress. So I just wanted to show you guys, that's one way you can farm flowers relatively easily. I remember getting a lot more in the second part, so it might be worth it to just do that first option when you hit the end and just kind of finish your run and then start a new one. There's also, of course, you could just build anything and just play the game normally and you'll still get astral flowers. It's just by not having any spells to level, the chests also contain astral flowers. You can also, every time you hit a smuggler, if there's nothing there you want, which a lot of times other than prey animal and maybe a couple other buffs, you always have the option of gambling too, and possibly getting 4 extra free flowers. So that's that. So I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are, whenever you are, and I'll see y'all in the next one.